Святий Боже, святий кріпкий, святий безсмертний, помилуй нас. Слава Отцю і Сину і Святому Духові.
Боже духів і всякої плоті ти смерть подолав, і диявола знищив, і життя світові Твоєму дарував. Сам, Господи, упокой душі усопших рабів Твоїх у великому голодоморі.
We remember the millions who have perished. But as I look at this young girl that is in front of us, her face is full of sorrow, yes. But she's also looking strong to say, we will not forget. We will stand strong against the Russians. As we remember that hunger, as we remember this famine, we will say that we will not back down. I hope that, and I know that is the spirit. So let us ensure that the Holodomor is never forgotten. Let us defend freedom, independence, and democracy. Let us celebrate how Ukrainian Canadians continue to build Toronto, a place where everyone belongs, a city strengthened by your courage, enriched by your tradition, inspired by your unbreakable spirit. Slava Ukraini.
Today, 92 years later, the methods of the Russian regime have evolved in technology, but not in intent. Stalin in 20th century and Putin in the 21st century have turned to genocide because every other attempt to break the Ukrainian people has failed. Targeting energy systems in the dead of winter, destroying food terminals, blocking grain exports, terrorizing civilians. These are not random acts. They are echoes, deliberate echoes of a plan we have seen before. But remembers alone is not enough. Never again cannot be a slogan we repeat once a year. It must be a policy, a commitment, a red line that the world refuses to allow any regime to cross.
19 people per minute, 1,200 per hour, and 28,000 per day were dying of famine at the height of the Holodom. The world was silent, and millions died as a result. Nikola is a survivor of the Holodomor. My Baba Olena, my grandmother Olena, was a survivor of the Holodomor. She once told me that she hoped that the victims of the Holodomor would not only be remembered, but that they would be honored. Honoring them, she said, meant not just remembering them or commemorating them, but taking the steps to ensure that a crime like this never happens again. The only way to stop this is for the world to provide Ukraine with the support it needs to liberate all of its people, to ensure that it decisively wins the war.
Since 2008, Canada has officially recognized the man-made famine of 1932 to 1933 as a genocide against the Ukrainian people. The sufferings visited upon Ukraine by the communist regime are almost unimaginable to us today, but the Ukrainian spirit remains unbroken, filled with pride in the language and customs they have preserved through generations.
Today, after this memorial, we will return to our homes in warmth. For 14 hours in Kyiv, they didn't have power today again. We have to do more. We have to stand together, and we have to send a message to world leaders that the aggressor does not get to set the terms of peace. It will be Ukrainians' government, Ukrainian people, Ukrainian diaspora that will set the terms of peace.
Тіні голоду, чому так тихо в нашій хаті? Чому немає хліба в нас? Мама шепче, доньку спати, бо темний голод наче час. Я бачу тіні на порозі, вони мовчать, вони чужі, а я ховаю ляльку в хустку, щоб не дивилась на сльози мої. Де ж та весна, що пахне житом, де спів пташиний у гилі, я мрію, сонце змиє гори, і хліб розквітне на землі.
When Ukraine was invaded in 2014, the people have fought, and then again in 2021, the people of Ukraine have fought with such courage, because you are not just fighting to defend your land, you are fighting against a genocide against the Ukrainian people, and we in Canada must stand in solidarity with you. As Putin escalates his attacks on Ukraine, we in Canada must escalate our support for the Ukrainian people and the Ukrainian nation so that you can declare victory in this war. Slava Ukraini.
I saw the resilience of the Ukrainian people. I saw the bravery and the courage of the Ukrainian people. And I would only say now the test, and it's been alluded to by a number of the speakers today, the test now is not on them because they are resilient, they're determined, they're strong, and they have been throughout. The test is on us, and whether we can be as resilient in making sure that when the war comes to an end and when peace is achieved, it is achieved in just and proper ways, not in some of the ways that others would have it as an easy way out or some other kind of expedient solution. So I would just say that I would continue to stand with you as I have all along, and that I pray for those who are in Ukraine, but also pray for all of us here that we have the strength to stand behind Ukraine in what I'm sure will be some trying days ahead.
Today's war is not just an invasion. It is another attempt to eradicate the Ukrainian nation. The parallel is unmistakable. Stalin used starvation and terror. Putin uses missiles, torture chambers, and occupation. The methods differ, but the goal is the same: to break Ukraine and force it back under Russian rule. And like during the Holodomor, these crimes are carried out with the support or silence of much of the Russian society. But there is one vital difference between then and now. During the Holodomor, Ukraine was alone, and the truth was buried. Today, Ukraine stands united, and the world sees clearly what Russia is doing. Ukrainians have resisted, fought back, and shown extraordinary courage, and our global communities stand with them. The Ukrainian World Congress continues to push for full recognition of the Holodomor as a genocide around the world, and for accountability for the genocide unfolding today.
Lazar Kaganovich. He was the one who fulfilled order of Stalin to confiscate all food from all people. And Stalin said, how can you remove the food from 40 million people? And the advisor said, oh, we can do it. Well, then you go and do it. And he has done it.
Ukrainians fight to live. Ukrainians have survived multiple attacks against their land. From the days of the Mongol horde, Kyiv was destroyed twice. They rebuilt. Ukrainians endured the evil Russian Empire for centuries under the Tsars. And then later, Ukrainians survived Lenin. They survived Hitler's invasion. They survived Stalin. And Ukrainians will survive the latest aggression of Russia, and they will prevail. They'll show the world that Ukrainians will never give what is rightfully their holy land.
Як